So I wanted to go over the new style raid for Town Hall 9, where basically you're bringing in 2 golems and wizards at the beginning, funneling center, bringing in your heroes, and taking out the CC instead of pulling it before deploying the hogs. We used to do a lot of go-ho. Now we want to go towards more of a surgical, but there's still go-ho bases out there. Problem is that surgical is becoming the primary attack strategy for hogs, based on the open type bases that we have, where there's probably 8 to 10 double bomb spots. So this most previous war we had, I want to show a couple examples of starting with the deployment of golems and going all the way through until the deployment of the hogs. So ironically, I'll use my own. So on this base, I noticed, the Archer Queen is southeast of the Town Hall, so it looks like I want to do a southeast entrance to the Town Hall and to draw the CC. This is the general base, so I was expecting either 2 sets of single bombs over here, or 2 sets of just one giant bomb. So the way I kind of looked at this is I want to spread the golems over this portion, and I want it so as many defenses as possible are shooting at the golems, and I can have the wizards create that funnel, but also take out a few of the defenses before I start going towards that town hall and drawing the CC. You do not want to draw the CC if you're bringing in 2 golems. And I did notice on this one that this cannon was kind of left out here, and since there's no air defenses close by, after I dropped the golem, because I knew this archer tower would be shooting at the golem, I deployed a couple loons on the cannon as well, which actually took out the mortar too. So I'll get this started. So my 2 golems, they're occupying those 4 defenses like I was hoping. I dropped the 2 balloons, and my first wizards, I put 3 to one side of one of the 2 golems, and then my first 2 wizards were on the other side of the other golem. This is funneling outside in, so basically we're taking out a lot of the outside buildings, and it's going to get to a point where before I drop my heroes that they're going to be forced to go exactly where I want them to go. So I put the wall breakers there so I could have a jump that would get me all the way into to where those bomb spots were. So the golem portion of my raid would trip one of the sets of bombs. Now at this point, there's 20% damage. The CC has not been drawn. That is the advantage of not pulling the CC, is that there's not a hound floating around and the defense is shooting at my golems while my wizards are going after a lava hound. So basically, I'm getting all the troops. They're spread out, and I'm bringing them all in. And then this is when I'm gonna basically explode through the middle section, take care of the CC, take care of the heroes, trip a giant bomb, and that's all because I'm a huge fan of bringing a rage in for these types of raids. Especially, this was not a cleanup attack, so you don't know where the bombs are. So this is a good 2-star option. You know you're going to be able to take care of the CC with that rage spell, as well as getting to the town hall with the golem whiz portion of your raid. So it's just a safe bet to bring in that jump to get me to the center, as well as that rage to get through whatever CC we have. So I place the jump. My king's going to take care of the queen. And this is where I'm going to place the rage. Now, my rage, you always want it to go all the way back to the queen, because your queen's going to be probably going after a hound, either a dragon and 2 loons. For town hall 10s, a dragon and 3 loons, 7 loons, a hound and a loon. So you want wizards, you want your archer queen, you want them all under rage so that they can take care of whatever high health defense is in the enemy CC. So that was at 124 when we started shooting at it. 4 seconds. The hound is where the pups have came out. Hound's dead. Pups popped. So now we have 12 pups. And under rage, your queen is going to shoot faster. And same thing with your wizards. So now you got 5 wizards in there. You got your queen. You've got 12 pups. And you'll see that it starts getting taken care of. Now, right when those pups come out, is a good time to put down your poison spell. So your poison spell is going to be working on the pups. And once I knew that CC, once the pups came out, is when I deployed the hogs. You want those out as quick as possible, because you don't want, you want the defenses to be distracted by other troops, not your hogs. So your hogs can have some more health throughout the raid. So I only used 2 heal spells. I planned on using all 3, but the first part of the raid went pretty well. So you can't bash me for being a Town Hall 10 and having 5 spells. I don't always. I try to save a few wizards to help with cleanup. I've screwed up too many 3-star raids by not saving, 2 to 3 wizards for the end to help clean up where the hogs aren't. Yeah, that's the end of that raid. Just the last point is going with the 2 golems, going with the whiz, and using the rage instead of the heal, at least on the first attack, because you're not sure what's in the enemy CC. Spread them out, funnel them in, and get the most you can out of the go whiz portion of your raid. Yeah, you may only have 2 heals, but a lot of the 1 hives, the Reddit troopers, they're only using 2 heals. Basically, you make up for that lost heal by prolonging the go whiz portion of the raid. So try to take out a wide angle and then bring it in and use that rage to kind of get to the town hall, take out a few more defenses, and then just be smart with the deployment of hogs. This was a go-ho base. I knew where the 2, the areas where the bombs were, so I actually dropped a CC hog earlier to kind of clear the path so that they wouldn't trip both of those bombs at the same time. So just be smart with the hog deployment, but if you can get that first portion right, you're going to have a lot more 2 stars with a chance of 3 rather than completely failed raids to 3 stars. It's a lot more consistent raid, and if you can get that first portion right, that's something we've struggled with. So that'd be a big win for us. So just to add to that, Storm had a similar. He had the same result. We both had a 3-star, and he actually used his last heal at the last second. He's not a big fan of jump. He will use it, but he tends to try to avoid it at all costs. So he's going to go in towards the queen side. He dropped his wall breakers. He has his wizards on the outside funneling, so his heroes are going to go in towards this queen. Now, what went wrong here is that his queen ended up going around. There wasn't enough cutting on this side. The witch is very finicky. But the point here is that even without his witch, he's got 2 level 5 wizards and 1 level 2 witch going at the lava hound. And if you are going to burst the lava hound, you can work around the lava hound and not have troops that will shoot at it, and basically have a lava hound go around the whole raid. And since it does little damage, you can ignore it, and there's strategies for doing that. But if you're going to go after the lava hound, then you have to go after it, and that's why the rage spell, even coupled with 2 wizards, is a smart option. So now the pups have burst. He puts down his poison spell. That handles about half of those. And now this is where those pups start targeting actually, one set of the hogs. And that's where the queen comes in and takes care of the king here, and then also that last lava pup. And this is kind of funny. He's got a million skeletons coming towards the queen. So I was wrong earlier. He did use 3 healing spells, but he also didn't bring a jump. I'm a big jump fan. It's for convenience, but it also spreads out your golems when they go inside, so they don't get a lot of splash damage. But he made it work with what he had, and he's got a couple wizards for cleanup. So even though he only has, looks like 3 hogs, his queen, she's hanging in there. He drops the heal spell on her just to make sure. Just those few hogs, plus the whiz. You got to save a couple whiz. It really helps. But the main purpose of this raid was to really show that just 2 wizards under a rage can take out the lava hound, and a few of the pups. With the poison spell, that's a good fallback, and you don't necessarily need your queen to be able to take out those pups. But that's just a little peace of mind coupled with the rage spell to keep in mind, and to try at least on the first attack, not always the cleanup. That's it